It all comes down to this now. Indianapolis.
Rahm wanted it so bad.
Let's start there. Actually, let's not throw away Chicago yet. Yeah. Jon Rahm is the. I mean, look across sports. We'll go all across all sports. He's in the top 1% of the fiercest competitors in sports.
And, you know, people don't think that these guys take this seriously after getting all the money. I mean, just look how he acts and how much he wants to win. It's just, you know,
all the time.
These guys want to play and they want to win. It means so much to them.
And Jerome's right. It's not an act. Like, he literally does this all the time. He could take off the duels or whatever and just throw them away as a nothingness thing, but he doesn't. You watch the duels, and it's like every shot, he's the same thing. Like, he's the same every single time. He's like one of those guys who just goes out and expects himself to execute every single shot, every single time, no matter what the stakes are. It's unbelievable.
I don't know. I believe it. He's just that guy.
It's just something that, like, you wouldn't know about him if he was just playing in, 14 PGA Tour events with 150 other guys and mixed in with some DP World Tour events. Like, we get to see him face off against the same guys, be a captain of a team, put himself out there on YouTube, like all the things that come along with LIV Golf. We say this all the time. They showcase these guys' actual personalities, the actual person that they are. A hater will tell you it's all fake. It's all for the camera. Like, then these guys are the greatest actors in the history of. They're not only the best athletes in the history of the world, but they're the greatest actors.
I don't know, Cheech. Have you ever seen Aaron talk to a girl at a bar and convince her that he actually thinks she's interesting? That's some pretty damn good acting.
I mean, I was cut out for the big screen, like a huge screen. My head and nose can fit in. Like,
yeah, this is folks. I don't know if you know this, but this was way before he had rubber bands in his mouth and he had MRSA on his lip and he had that dirt on his face. Like, this is way before that when he was still kind of baby faced. Yeah, we used to tell girls he was a Make-A-Wish kid that we brought into the bar with us. He wanted to feel cool for a night.
I'm a happy person, and I'll be happy this week because you and I will be in Indianapolis. Bang! Finally, sorry, Cheech. Jerome and I, Cheech, I'm not sorry because you got to play Pinehurst this week.
Yeah, seriously, fuck you. Enjoy that.
Good choice by you to play Pinehurst over LIV Golf Indianapolis. No offense to LIV. Yeah, there'll be other events.
Don't worry, I'll join you next year for one or two. Don't worry. We're going to DC. We'll do DC. I'll get us tickets again.
For sure.
That shit. Lock it in. We'll be there. But Jerome and I will be in Indianapolis this week for the crowning of an individual champion. And this episode, we're going to just kind of take a quick look at the standings. Last week, coming into the event, we talked about Joaquin Niemann having it locked up. This thing was over. He had a 37-point lead. Most points you can get in an event is 40. And he let Jon Rahm back in. He let Jon Rahm back into it.
You know what, though? I think he did it. He did it for the people, right? He didn't want to lock it up. He wanted people to actually be excited to come to Indianapolis. Niemann knew that we were coming. So he was like, I need to give these boys a show. They're going to go head-to-head. Group 1 for sure. And we'll be there every step of the way.
It's interesting because if Jon Rahm had won the playoff,
he'd be in first place.
He'd be in first place by a point.
He'd be in first place.
Yeah. He'd be in first place by 1 point, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Rahm basically it's just outside of the reach. They'd have to finish 1 and 2. But Jon Rahm basically has assured himself that if he wins Indianapolis, he wins the league title. There's only 10 points separate first and second. And so unless Joaquin Niemann finishes second and not in a tie, Jon Rahm is going to be the champion. And, coming into Chicago, that definitely wasn't the case. We just assumed that, Waco's played so well. We figured he'd be well into the points. It took another unbelievable Sunday by him, shooting a few under par when he really didn't have his best game the first 2 days to get himself back even into any points. I don't know where I sit on this. Jon Rahm or Joaquin Niemann to win the individual championship, Cheech? Like, where are you at now?
Well, I was going to ask the question to you two. Like I mentioned when we talked about why can't he win a major, is this the week that he puts way too much pressure on himself because he has a chance to be the individual champion? Or does he do what he's did every every other week this year win. I'm actually leaning to him showing up and winning this week, like flat out just winning the event and beating out Rahm. I love Rahm. Rahm's my boy. I just think Waco's gonna be like, you know what? Let me shut those three assholes up on 54 golf that I can't win anything big and win. So I'm hoping he shuts us up.
Joe, can I call you Joe? Listen,
Do not call me
I
Joe.
know. It looks like you're going to win, but it's probably going to be Johnny, and I'm going to tell you why. Today was proof again that you want it, but not that bad, right? A 17 finish, not great. Johnny hasn't finished below T11 all year.
Ever. 2 years.
All year. So it seems like he clearly wants it more than you do. So you're going to have to win. Not first, second, or second, first, third. You're going to need to win this to lock it up. Just, Joe, I don't think you have it.
I love how you're looking right into the camera. Like,
you're a great
Joe
golfer.
Niemann is on the
Don't
other
worry
side.
about these guys. I think John's going to win it. And that's I'm putting my money on John.
It's funny. This is the first time I'm actually looking at all the results from everybody, like all next to each other. Niemann, 3rd win, 12th win, 33rd win, 20th win, 23rd third win, 19th. So yeah, he's either going to win or he's going to finish, and Rahm's going to pass him. I mean, if say Niemann, because you guys know the point things better than me. So if Niemann does win, go 20th, and Rahm actually finishes outside the top 5, he could still win.
Yeah, depending on
can
ties,
Rahm still catch him?
Depending on ties, they split points ties wise, so that starts to get a little iffy when you start to talk about like outside
dicey.
the top 5. Yeah, it starts to get a little dicey. There's like 2 huge points here that you guys are making. One, Cheech, I love that you said that this is almost like a major for Joaquin Niemann. Like, it's probably the most pressure that he is going to. I mean, though last year, same thing, came down to the last event. He had a chance to beat Jon Rahm. He didn't. Rahm, took it to him in Chicago and beat him just flat out heads up. And so this season, he's been spectacular, again, with 5 wins. But has he really felt any pressure from anyone at any real moment? And now he's looking at a 37-point lead down to basically he has to beat Jon Rahm now. Yeah, he has to beat Jon Rahm now. And I mean, you can write this in blood on your desk tabletop. Jon Rahm and Joaquin Niemann will be in the same first round pairing, teeing off in round 1 in Indianapolis. I mean, they're going to want these guys standing next to each other all weekend if possible. But Waco's going to have to look across the way and see Rahm and get that feeling like, I haven't done it in the majors. Jon Rahm beat me on the last day last year and won the individual championship. Like, when is going to be my moment? Maybe he does doubt himself a little bit.
He's going to have to sit there and see the look on Rahm's face, knowing that Rahm is going to go all out and try to kick his ass. So he's got to step his game up and get in that same mindset as Rahm. So it's going to be interesting,
It will be really, really, really sad if Joaquin finishes the year with 5 first-place victories and loses the individual championship to Rahm, and Rahm hasn't won one.
That was the second point I was going to make. It's like we're reading each other's minds. If Jon Rahm doesn't win, let's say if he finishes in 2nd or 3rd place.
Yeah, let's say he finishes in 2nd, but Joaquin finishes in 12th
30th.
again. Yeah.
18th.
Yeah.
And loses. And Rahm finishes the season with 0 wins. And Niemann wins 5 out of 13 events and doesn't win the individual title. Now, is that a reflection on Niemann? Or is that a reflection that the scoring system needs an update?
I think it's a reflection on Niemann.
Ooh.
Rahm has proven that he is a very fierce competitor, right? And I give him the utmost respect.
Let's look at the other side of the LIV Golf standings, because it is a 5-alarm fire for the Majesticks. Ian Poulter is sitting in 2nd place, just desperate for points. I mean, absolutely just desperate to get out of it.
If he was desperate for points, why wasn't he playing better?
I get it, but he just, if you look at his season, like he's only really had he's had a lot of close calls to the points. He's had a lot of 30th, top 24 gets points. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 finishes in the 30s, and he got to finish in the mid 20s, right? So he's not.
He's also got 4 finishes in the 40s
I know. Well, he's been bad.
and a 50
He's been
and a
bad.
51st.
He's been bad. Like, but the Majesticks as a whole, I mean, they have the 47th and 48th ranked players as well, Lee Westwood and Henrik Stenson, who are by no means safe going into the last week. I mean, Mito Pereira finished T13 this week in his by far best finish of the season, and
For sure.
He pulled that out of his fucking ass.
Yeah, nearly dropped Henrik Stenson back into relegation. They were going back and forth the entire weekend. Andy Ogletree was in prime position heading into the last round today, but had a wrist injury that they talked about on Saturday and really faded on Sunday and fell outside the points. Otherwise, we would be looking at, there were times on the weekend where 3 Majestics were in relegation zone, the drop zone. Like, Cheech, what can the Majestics even do to turn it around in 2026?
Well, let's first say I still have to pick a Majestic. Thankfully, I'm not fighting for the title of our points thing this year because I'd really be screwed. I don't know I don't know. I just don't. Those guys are so close. And it's like, are you gonna? I mean, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. What they could do. I mean, who can they bring in to help? I mean, it's going to be. I don't know how personal they'll take it if they're like, you know what?
A minimum. They're going to lose a minimum of 1 guy.
Minimum, yeah.
They're almost certainly going to lose 2 if Mito shows up and plays anywhere the way he played in Chicago. He's almost certainly going to leap either Henrik or Lee Westwood and drop them into the zone.
He's only 0.42 points away from Mito from Henrik. So even Westwood can drop down more.
Yeah, they are in huge trouble, and I have a solution. And it's been my solution all season. I mentioned this a couple times on the show in passing, and no one's really paid much attention to me.
There's obvious reasons for that.
Tyrrell Hatton needs a team. He's too good of a golfer to be second fiddle to Jon Rahm. He is not a Callaway guy, and so much so that he doesn't wear the Callaway stuff for Legion. He wears the Topgolf side of Callaway Topgolf. It just makes too much sense that Hatton slides out, becomes the captain of the Majesticks, and whoever's left, Sam, Henrik, or Lee, are co-captain with him or whatever. Kind of slides into that role.
Why would Rahm let him go?
I think
that's a very great point.
It's a great question. It's a great question, and I think
he's going to be expensive.
He is going to be expensive, and for sure he's going to be expensive. And obviously, the Majesticks have zilch, 0, nothing, not one thing to give to Legion for Tyrrell. But John and Tyrrell are friends, and John knows the business side of the golf now, and he understands the value of having some ownership in the franchise. And John's relationship with Callaway is more business than his friendship with Tyrrell. So letting Tyrrell go over to the Majesticks and develop
his own
business side, his own business side of golf with the Majesticks, and have some equity in the team and some lasting part ownership or whatnot, whatever ends up happening to these guys down the road when eventually, the teams are fully funded by not the league. Like, he's going to want that for his friend. And also, he's kind of already said it, right? When he made the decision to take Legion to Callaway, knowing that Tyrrell is not Callaway.
Okay.
Now, what happens? What happens to the Majesticks in general? Like, how do they get Tyrrell? They can't just get him for free, obviously.
You got to give him equity.
You do.
And in the hopes that Tyrrell puts together a team that can compete and make money, and therefore he gets a chunk of the money because he has equity.
Right.
But it's
that's the offer that the Majesticks
but it's a gamble
to Tyrrell. Yeah. It is, but it's not as much of a gamble as running back Henrik, Lee Westwood, Sam Horsfeld, and
as a Majesticks team. No, it's not nearly that much. But it also opens Tyrrell to do his own merchandising deal, and
he's a Ping guy, so
get sponsored by Ping and stuff like that, and make some money doing that as well.
For sure, and I think it also opens up. Let's just throw this out there. Let's say Mito Pereira passes Henrik Stenson and gets him into the relegation zone, but Lee Westwood survives because he does have a couple points buffer there. Let's say he survives. And Lee and Sam are the only 2 guys left, and they're both in the open zone. It doesn't mean they're back on the team. Now, the Majesticks have always played this as a 3-captain thing. Interestingly enough, the LIV site this season has only shown Henrik Stenson as a captain all season long. So there may be something up with that. And I'm and obviously
probably with having captains not being necessarily protected anymore. They're like, why have just have one captain and you're fucked if you lose anyway, which he could be.
Could be. And so Westwood being in his 50s now and playing well in the senior.
Poulter's right there.
And Poulter also up in age. Like maybe Westwood maybe they move aside from the on-course part of the Majesticks and they form a partnership with Hatton. And now Hatton has an entire roster he can create himself. And now that opens it up to all of his, Ryder Cup buddies, Bobby McIntyre or whoever else he sees, on the European circuit. He still plays DP World Tour events. And now Hatton can literally form his own team he can focus on building a team on the course while Poulter, Westwood, and Stenson continue to build what the Majesticks have built, which is a good fan base, very good for their community. The Majesticks pub at JCB UK is always packed with fans.
JCB.
Yeah, they're always, they have their Little Sticks program for the kids where they're, going into schools, like 15,000 students or something like that, teaching them golf. They've done a lot of things for their community. So they're not just going to disappear. Like Ian Poulter's not going to, Ian Poulter's going to be in his Majesticks gear at every single Majesticks match in 2026, whether he gets relegated or not. He's going to have some role with the franchise. And I could just see the three of them. Now, not Stenson, because I think Stenson still wants to play. So I hope he, finds a way to stave off relegation. But I could see Westy and Poulter saying, time to step aside from the playing and let's do the other stuff. I could see that, especially if Hatton comes on board.
I could too.
Anyway,
I could see him doing
relegation
without Hatton.
Or even without.
I could see them doing it without Hatton coming on board. They're gonna have to start. Maybe like we don't know. They could be behind the scenes now trying to get people to come over and stuff and be like, all right, listen, we're going to step away. We want you to be the new. Yeah, you're right.
Because otherwise, this franchise is going to fold up and disappear, and that is bad for business. That's bad for business. Exciting
Let's
stuff.
talk about the real competition.
Exactly. Perfect segue. Real competition. Final week. The picks are already basically made for it. The team picks are already made for us. It doesn't matter who Jay picks because none of us can pick from the same team for our individuals. But Jerome's going to give us up to the second standings. We got 1 week to go. A golf trip, wearing a skirt, humiliation for the rest of your life on this program. Where are we at?
I get to find out if Trevor was good.
In third place. Jay's in fourth place. Fuck that guy.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's 41. He's 41 under.
Did you give him Bland? Okay.
Who's 41 under? Jay's 41 under?
Yes. Jay had Bland 4 under, but the Majesticks were bottom 3, so he got +3. So he only got 1 stroke taken. 41 under. And then next is Cheech. Watson shot 2 under, but the Ironheads were bottom, so he got 3 strokes. So he lost 1. So instead of being 52, he's 51.
It wasn't much better for us here, guy.
Wrong shot +3, and the Range Goats didn't help me, but they didn't hurt me, so I'm 52 and right in line.
Oh shit!
Poulter shot +2. High Flyers didn't help him, but didn't hurt him, so he's at 53. So 51, 52, and 53. What's even worse? And I'm just gonna say this. Aaron won. Aaron's going to get to pick the trip 2 years in a row. And I say that not that I'm giving up or anything, but here's just the fact. Cheech and I both have to pick a Majestic, and we both have to use the Ironheads as our team. Aaron has the High Flyers and the Cliques, and just gun to my head, if you were to ask me who's going pick anybody on the team who's going to have a better chance of finishing higher, it's going to be a High Flyer rather than a Clique. A High Flyer rather than a Majestic. And Cliques did finish bottom 3 this past week.
Still have that.
Still have that. But still, I'm not giving up. I'm going to make a pick to the best of my ability. But the numbers are not in our favor, Cheech. They're not at all.
This is an all-time finish. I just want to let you guys know, in all the years we've done, in all 3 seasons we've done this contest was completely over heading into the last week. There was somebody needed to do huge swings. There was huge swings that needed to happen on the last day for anybody to steal the victory. And with three of us, only 3 total shots, that's insane. That's a fun contest. That's why we do this. It's super stressful every week. It's not stressful this week because we only have one team to pick from.
We do need to work on these rules so that we are not all ending up with the same teams at the end of the year. I don't know how I'm going to work that out, but after
you
this
got
week,
all
I have
to figure it out.
I have 6 months to figure it out because I know I can't rely on anybody else.
This is your baby.
It was something we added this year. It was just a suggestion I came up with to just throw something in there. We could do away with it, and we could just do what we did for the first year.
No way. This has been awesome.
Honestly, it's not. Well, it's not even the team pick. It's the fact that Cheech and I both have to pick from the same group of teams at the end. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets boring.
Well, but I'm already not. You're not taking the same guy I'm taking because you know who I'm taking already from that team. I'm taking my favorite players from that team.
Yeah, you get the choice before me, don't you?
That's right. And so Cheech is on the clock. Cheech, your team.
You knew I'm taking.
What team?
Well, my team's already done for. I got to take the Majesticks. I have Majesticks both ways today, so I'm gonna fly the drop zone relegation flag with the Majesticks as my team, and I am gonna go with Sam Horsfeld. He's got to redeem me for his last year's disasters. I'm giving him another shot before I actually rip him again.
Sammy. We'll be sure to dap up Sammy on Saturday when he's 6-0.
Yeah, please.
I am going to I'm gonna cut his hamstring.
You're gonna Harding his ass.
Yeah, Aaron, pack a ski mask.
Yes, sir. Your pick.
I know this sucks.
You weren't gonna take him anyway.
Who's your team?
Yeah. I gotta pick the Majesticks.
All hail the mighty Majesticks. Some people might call them the Trajestics. How tragic their season has been.
We have to figure out a tiebreaker if anybody ends up tied.
18 holes, no handicap, put it out.
Yeah, we're gonna Rochambeau for it. I get to go first. I'm gonna take Lee Westwood.
That makes 2 of us.
Maybe Aaron's players car the brakes go out on it. It'd be tragic.
I'm taking the
mysteriously.
As the biggest cleek freak on earth, I saved them for last so that we could celebrate.
That
together.
is a lie. That is a lie. He did not save them for last. It just ended that way. Who's going to be a dick for?
I'll be honest. I really, truly thought about Andy Ogletree as a pick. I thought about it for like a half a second, and then I thought, no way am I putting this in Andy Ogletree's hands. It's going to be that team. There's only one person on the team you can trust.
Jet Trip?
No. I can't. Well, I know. I have a high flyer. I got to pick a high flyer.
That's right.
And there's only one person. Phil. And it's Uncle Phil. And it's Uncle Phil all day, every day. Uncle Phil Mickelson, put it down. He already cost me this contest once when he shot 10 over.
Last year.
Shot an 80.
It cost you less?
An 80 last year. When he shot an 80 last year in the first round in, I'm sure what event that was. Korea? It was one of it was in Asia.
Hold on. Mickelson, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
A
fat 80.
Yeah. That was the fourth event, 2024. Shot +8 total.
Just absolutely brutal. And he's going to redeem himself, and we're going to have a nice embrace at the end of LIV Indy, and I'll ask him for his advice on where we should.
I'm going to crush your windpipe.
And the best part is you and I are going to be standing right there next to each other.
Right there.
On the sixth green. The whole entire rest of the golf course is going to be on 18 watching Waco and John Rahm finish it up. And me and you are going to be watching Lee Westwood and Phil Mickelson finish on the
12th
6th hole alone. It's just
going to be the two of us.
Be the four of us. The four of us. Westy, Phil. They're going to have no idea why 2 lunatics with 54 golf hats are standing there screaming for their bogey putts. It's going to be absolutely epic. It's the greatest way to end this contest that I hope you ever imagined.
I hope you choke on a rubber band.
I'm sure I can.
See, he makes all these jokes when Phil has a fucking meltdown.
I am nervous. I'm not confident here. I am.
Nervous. Yeah.
You're fucking nervous.
He could have a finish like he had. He could have a finish like he had in Dallas and finish 49th.
He wants to finish in the top 10. I know that's a goal of his. He is currently in 22nd. So He's got a long ways to go. 74 to 54. No, 74 to.
If he won first place, he would get into the top 10. Because he's at 55.97. If he won first place, that's 40 points. That would put him at 95.
You give him like 8th.
0.97.
7th.
And it would put him into 8th place.
Yeah, he's not going to win the
Actually,
event,
sorry. Well, as of right now, it would be 7th. Yeah.
Right.
So
he's not going to win the event. But all right. I mean, I can't believe this is the last Pick'em show of the year. We're still going to pick for the team championship for sure. We'll still make our picks.
Absolutely.
But we're not going to. It's not going to be included in our contest. Thank you all who followed it the whole season. I know that.
Comment below. What should the side bet be for us picking a team to win in the team championship in Ann Arbor, in Michigan?
Yeah.
What do you guys think that we should? It could be something that has to be done when we do our golf outing.
Hold up.
Okay.
We got to put some rules here. I'm not getting another rooster tattoo or anything like that. That's out.
Okay.
So
not a rooster tattoo. Guys, you can't comment there for a rooster tattoo. But anything else?
The first comment's going to be
eggplant
Joe
tattoo
from Manhattan, who's going to say, "Hey, rooster tattoos or it didn't count or whatever."
No, you're going to get an eggplant emoji tattoo.
Start sending us ideas of what color skirt Jay should wear to our next golf trip.
Absolutely.
Because we let him get away with one this year, Aaron. We let him get away with that thing that looks like a pair of shorts.
Ironheads?
He has to pick an Ironhead, and his team is Ironheads as well.
Okay, so he's going to take Ginny.
Oh, God, we're
for sure.
We're safe. He's going to be Ginny, yeah. You have to. No one you can trust.
What, not Kevin Na?
He's not picking Kevin Na, and he's not picking Yubin Jang, and he's not picking Danny Lee. He's picking Ginny. You can mark that down. But we'll make it official. We'll make Jay post a picture of the player that if he even remembers his password to log into Instagram, we'll make him post it on his own Instagram, the pic that he makes.
If that fucking idiot can go online and book tee times, he can figure out how to do this shit.
He can. This was our longest episode. Whoever has to edit this, I feel so happy.
We made almost 40 minutes.
Aaron, you don't have anything better to do anyway.
I'm literally getting ready to go to Indianapolis right now. Well, not.
It's fantastic.
Very soon. Okay. That's all I got, Jerome. Wrap it.
Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like.
Enjoy
it,
guys.
Subscribe. Yes. Hit the bell in the corner so you know when we're posting.
If you're there, find us.
Find us. By all means. I look like this. He looks like that. He's easy to spot. Just look for the big Nordic looking dude walking around with what looks like a Make-A-Wish
and
kid.
the short guy next to you.
And you found him.
That'll be us.
Yeah. I'll be wearing Crusher stuff, obviously.
Thank you, Flag and Anthem. And
for sending thank you, Flag and Anthem, for sending Aaron children's apparel for him to wear. Thank you. I wear adult stuff. Aaron will give you my address. Obviously.
We're working on it.
Extra medium.
All right.
Extra medium. That's right.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Later.